Hello folks, Scott Grove here doing a review on a guitar I just got a couple days ago, which I am totally digging on. This is a 1979 Gibson Marauder. Okay, Kiss made these quite famous way back in the 70s. And you have your Flying V headstock. Everything about this dude is 100% original. I doubt you can grab a serial number, but you're welcome to it if you want it. The original Gibson keys, nobody switched them over to Grovers like everybody did back then, so it's all original. Yeah, that's right, maple fingerboard on the Gibson. And once again, the thing I like, the bolt-on necks on the Gibson. I love that, thank you very much. Look how clean the hardware is on this thing. Now that's a bridge. That's great. Okay. Once again, they did something very, very different, which they should have kept around. They made so many variations of the Marauder, and this one's actually my favorite. They actually went to a point where they switched out this chicken head knob that you see right here. Okay, which you can see a T and an R up here. So you got your treble and your rhythm pickup is what they're calling that. And this is actually just a blend control between the two. So it's a balance. Instead of having just a three-way switch, which they ended up putting up here later to kind of be less polish. Okay. But this here you get any combination of as much or as little, as you want of them, which is I love. Okay. This has, hard to see with the light or lack thereof, a single coil right here in the bridge and a humbucker in the neck, again, which I love. Okay, you've got the factory finish. Actually here does not have any gloss on it. That's the way she came, so it's not like a faded series or anything that's going to rub off later. So this is a real guitar. Okay, so here she is. I'm going to stick it right on the good old treble pickup, so your bridge, single coil by itself. Gibson put out some great single coils. Amazing. Here we go, and I go to full humbucker right here in the neck. Now you got master volume, master tone. Now you can go anywhere in between those two pickups, like I said. Or right in between. This guitar sounds more like a Fender than it does a Gibson. Okay? Which was part of the plan. Which is why I like them. I prefer the single coils myself for 90% of my work, since I actively work as a country musician. Okay, see, so quite twangy. Okay, so that is just a twang machine right there, even with the humbucker that will allow you to get cool sounds when it is actually distorted or preferably overdriven. Then you go to that neck humbucker and it's just going to sing like a oh god, good old Tele Custom or a Thin Line would, something like that. So some of you Tele lovers that love the single coil in the bridge and the humbucker in the neck, it's just another option for you. And the neck is very Fender-esque. It's not very thick at all. It's not like a Les Paul. It is 3/4 of what it would normally be, and it is just something different to look at than everything else. So if you get a chance to pick up a Marauder and try it out, do so. Like I said, they came out with so many variations as far as the little blend control or a 3-way switch. Okay, I love the blend because you can get just a little more of the other one, a little bit less of this one, but then they did not offer more volume control, so you could turn one up and down. It's just a master volume, master tone. So with the 3-way toggle switch, you really lose a lot. So to be able to go right between them as much or as little as you want is superb. There is nothing on the back other than the neck plate. Okay, as you can see, the pick guard is huge. They make a really gorgeous sunburst of this. Naturals, of course. There are actual dots here. You can see them, fret markers, but people from this far away, they never see them, which is, in my opinion, extremely cool. I love a maple fingerboard. So there you go, folks. The Gibson Marauder. Again, this is a 1979. They started these around, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think around 74, 76, right in that era. And of course they were gone by 80, 81. So these are very, very cool. If you like the tones on these things, check eBay. They pop up every now and then. That's where I got this one. I have one little flaw on mine, and this happens to all of them. You'll see right there, the pick guard is chipped off right there by where they plug it in. They should have plugged this in at the bottom like a good old Les Paul should be. Okay, or like they are. Okay, so anytime you get a input jack on a pick guard, you're just asking for problems. You keep pulling it out, sticking it in, pulling it out. Hey, I know what you're thinking, quit it. Something's got to give, and it's usually the pick guard. So right there you go. You can see where it chips. Okay, so be careful if you do get one and it has no chips. Just be easy with this thing and treat it like a instrument instead of a piece of junk. Because these are very, very cool guitars. Again, there's a better shot of the electronics layout and of the chicken head knob right there. Okay, so once again, Scott Grove here by request, doing a little tiny, just nothing but clean. I'm not throwing no distortion on this thing. It sounds like a guitar with distortion. Okay, so they all sound the same with distortion for the most part. There you go, the Gibson Marauder and this particular version, the 1979 version. And they had different type of pickups, the Bill Lawrence pickups, in the earlier versions of these also. So I like this version. So if you do too, go check out your local music store first. Stay away from Guitar Center. Bad place. Go to a real music store and where they got real guitars, and check out the good old vintage stuff. And if they got one of these, play it, dig it for yourself. You'll love it, you'll buy it, and you'll come back and thank me. Anyway, take care and thanks again for the request.